In today's news, Health Minister says MEDIVAC for ANEGADA too expensive, upgrade clinic instead. Opposition members meet with Governor PRUCE, express serious concerns regarding the criminal law enforcement review and the COI. Door is still open for the other opposition members to join the alliance, says Honorable Myron V. Walwyn. Team BVIEC wins 5 awards, historic 2025 Caralet Line Workers Rodeo. BVI lacks leadership to address law enforcement review recommendations. A legal team should be formed, says local talk show host. Community to rally against child abuse. Adriana Young inspired event. Autopsy completed in the Young case. Pathologists confirm drowning in controversial child death case. And PERSAD BISSESSAR triumphs in TNT. UNC victory marks historic comeback. We have the details of this and much more when 284 News returns.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of Pop the Balloon or Find the Connection. Let's meet our first contender, ladies. Okay, Joey, so do you have any toxic traits?
I'm very restrictive. I don't give more time. What you get is what you get. I don't like to give unlimited time. That's it.
Okay, can you tell us why you popped your balloon?
That's a little too restricted for me.
Thank you for coming. Okay, ladies, so let's meet our second contender.
Sorry, excuse me. Why did you pop a balloon?
I
could give you minutes, data, unlimited call, overseas call, fiber. What else you need?
My friend used to date you. You are scam. She used to be for everything and more. Nothing to offer.
Okay, ladies, let's welcome our last contender. You look nice. Can you tell us your name?
Thank you. My name is Christian Charles Thomas. They call me C Sweetie.
What do you have to offer these ladies?
Well, security, trust, unlimited time, and a pretty fast.
Okay, so do you have any deal breakers?
Nah, but here's my number. 444-4444. Y tú, vida ilimitada.
Okay, guys, so no pop balloons.
For a fast, reliable, and secure connection for your personal or business life, call us at 444-4444 or visit any of our CCT stores and we'll get you connected with the perfect match for you.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Tuesday, April 29th, 2025. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. Thank you so much for joining us and a happy Tuesday's wish to all. Beginning our newscast on the local scene, Minister for Health and Social Development, the Honorable Vincent O. Wheatley, a 9th District Representative, believes in upgrading the health clinic in ANEGADA rather than having an ambulance boat. ANEGADA residents have been complaining for years about having a proper health system in place on that outer island to deal with emergencies. There have been many suggestions, including having a boat with the medical facilities to take the injured or the sick to the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital in Tortola in times of emergencies. However, speaking during the government's program, Virgin Islands Voice, Minister Wheatley said after examining this suggestion, he believes this operation will be too expensive.
We've looked at that. It's not recommended that in ANEGADA use a boat for evacuations in case of very bad weather. What I've recommended is the airport, which has been working quite nicely. We looked at boats. We went actually let a whole group to St. John to look at their boats. The average cost of a boat is about $1 million because they're buying a new one, so they could tell me that same boat I have in St. John, what it would cost to buy one just like it now, because they're buying one. It's about $1 million and about $1 million to operate that boat annually. What I suggested to us to consider, instead of putting money into a boat, to upgrade the clinics on ANEGADA, upgrade it to beyond to where only in really emergencies person have to leave ANEGADA. And the same thing with Virgin Islands. That's what we're trying to do. It's a decision we have to make. What do we do? Do we buy this boat and probably not use it, or do we upgrade the facility? I think upgrading the facility in ANEGADA is the way I probably want to go. Again, I'll be led by the experts. It's something I'm prepared to do. I know exactly where to go also in ANEGADA, the facility, because I've been kicked around for a while, but I think it's time to stop talking and do something. I was in the clinic and said that one is moving very quickly. We have funding to get that done. So a matter of finance, just putting the tender out, we should be out. They told me, if not by the end of April, very early in May. So we are working as hard as we can to make that work.
Yesterday, April 28th, 2025, members of His Majesty's Loyal Opposition, the Honorable Myron V. Wallen, representative for the 6th Electoral District and Leader of the Opposition, Honorable Melvin Mitch Turnbull, representative for the 2nd Electoral District, and the Honorable Stacey Mather, at-large representative and the Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly, met with His Excellency Governor Daniel PRUCE to discuss serious concerns surrounding the recently published Criminal Law Enforcement Review and the Commission of Inquiry. The meeting lasted just about 2 hours and provided a vital opportunity to directly represent the views and concerns of the people of the Virgin Islands at the highest level. In an official statement, the opposition said, and I quote, "We recognize that the matters addressed in the Criminal Law Enforcement Review have significant implications for the governance and the future of law enforcement in our territory. It is therefore," they said, "critical that the voice of the people is heard and carefully considered in any reforms that are proposed." The opposition members, among other things, made clear their staunch disagreements with the recommendations made that the governor re-specify his powers under Section 60 of the Virgin Islands Constitution and made a call for the responsibility for customs and immigration to remain within the control of the local government. Additionally, they made clear that they will not and cannot support the recommended closure of the seaports and airports in the sister islands, as this would do much harm to the economy of these islands and increase the vulnerability of its residents. Now, Leader of the Opposition, the Honorable Myron V. Wallen, stated in a comment, and I quote, "We are glad for this opportunity to raise concerns from the public with respect to the Criminal Law Enforcement Review. His Excellency listened intently and gave us the assurance that the concerns raised on behalf of the people of the Virgin Islands will be given much consideration." Additionally, he stated that the opposition remains committed to ensuring that transparency, fairness, and respect for the rights and aspirations of the Virgin Islands people remain at the forefront of any ongoing or future reforms. Members of the Alliance, the Honorable Myron V. Wallen, says the door is still open for discussions with the other two members of the opposition who are not part of the body. Apart from the 6th District Representative, Wallen, the other members of the Alliance are 2nd District Representative Melvin Mitch Turnbull and Territorial At-Large Representative the Honorable Stacey Mather. Now, despite the many discussions, the other two members of the opposition, 8th District Representative Marlon A. Penn and Territorial Representative the Honorable Ronnie W. Skelton, have failed to join the Alliance. However, speaking on the Alliance's very first program on ZBVI Radio, Wallen said the door remains open for them to join.
We invited some of the other members to join what we were doing. For whatever reason, they didn't do so. We made efforts as well to try to get the two main political parties together, the PVIM and the NDP. I must say at this point, all the overtures, all the approaches, all the meetings that we have had were initiated by the three of us who are around this table. None initiated from the other side, but nonetheless, we remain still open to invite our other opposition colleagues to be a part of what we are doing in the best interest of the country.
Up next, viewers, we have much more coming up. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Yo, everything good there?
Aye. This thing got me one way, daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this thing like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home. Keeping out that trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I hop. I watching ball. I even watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Orange alert! Orange alert! Fire is spreading across the BVI!
most reliable and affordable fiber internet service is here for you. Look out for fire in these new locations: Slaney, Duff Bottom, Manual Reef, Seacoast Bay, Albion, Hannah's, Palestina, Pleasant Valley, and Havers. Fiber is in your area. Call 444-4444 or visit a CCT store to find out more and bring it home. More locations coming soon.
Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman by yours truly, Ron Grant, presents Season 7. Introducing Travi Rose, Creative Director. Alex Lake, Businessman. Sean Black, Cinematographer. Dakari Wheatley Adams, Content Creator. Donandre Millwood, Educator and Musician. Hashim Dream, Entertainer. James Todman Sr., Contractor. Dr. Albert Tompkins, Psychotherapist. Walter Barrett, Author. Rakim Todman, Producer and Engineer. Kamal Letson, Photographer. Roosevelt Smith III, Sales Manager and Hospitality Professional. Leland Abraham, IT Technician and Cybersecurity Analyst. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 7, every Wednesday at 8 p.m., exclusively on 284 Media. Get ready to reason, reflect, and redefine yourself through the stories of real-life heroes. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 7, Raising a Generation of Greatness. Voted Top 35 Gentleman Podcast Worldwide by FeedSpot and BI Icon Award winner. Welcome back, everyone, and thank you all so much for sticking with us. The British Virgin Islands Electricity Corporation is proud, they say, to announce that Team BVIEC captured an impressive 5 awards at the just concluded 2025 Carac Line Workers Rodeo, hosted for the very first time in the British Virgin Islands on April 27th, competing against crews from 13 other regional utilities. BVIEC's line workers showcase skill, speed, and resilience across multiple events, affirming the territory's strength on the regional energy stage. In the apprenticeship category, Giovanni Kroll earned 3rd place overall, amassing a total of 467 points in a tightly contested field. Meanwhile, Lionel Smith delivered a standout performance by finishing 1st in the mystery event, Disconnect and Reconnect Transformer, achieving a perfect score of 100 points. In the experience category, veteran line worker Edward Pollock demonstrated his seasoned expertise by placing 3rd in the pole speed climb, clocking an impressive 45.38 seconds. BVIEC's experienced team also captured 2nd place in the mystery event, HT Fuse Cross Arm, registering the fastest time by finishing with some 96 points after minor deductions for infractions. Additionally, the team secured 3rd place in the 3-phase Earth installation event, again clocking the fastest time of 4 minutes and 54.91 seconds and achieving 96 points. Dr. Neil Smith, General Manager of BVIEC, said, and I quote, "We are immensely proud of our line workers who not only competed at the highest level, but did so on home soil with the full support of our community. Their performance demonstrated the world-class talent within BVIEC as well as the Virgin Islands." This year's event marked a historic milestone for Carac and the Virgin Islands, drawing a record of 14 utility teams and 8 exhibitor private companies to the territory. Over the course of the weekend, participants engaged in technical workshops at the H. Lavity Style Community College, as well as field safety drills at festival grounds, all coordinated by Carac's expert technical judges and U.S.-based equipped specialists. The successful execution of the 2025 Carac Rodeo was made possible by the unwavering support and leadership of the BVIEC Board of Directors, led by Chairman Mr. Sheldon Scatliff and General Manager Dr. Neil Smith, whose vision and strategic planning is said to have laid the foundation for this landmark achievement. Now, the tireless efforts of the BVIEC's planning committee, staff, volunteers, and supporting partners ensured the seamless delivery of 3 packed days of activities that highlighted excellence, safety, and Caribbean camaraderie. BVIEC also extends its heartfelt appreciation to Carac's technical team, all participating utilities, and many residents who braved early morning showers to cheer on their teams, especially the home team heroes, Team BVIEC. Now, the Antigua Public Utilities Authority delivered an outstanding overall performance, capturing gold in both the apprenticeship and experience divisions. BVIEC congratulated Team Antigua for their remarkable achievements and extends best wishes for their continued success. A talk show host says the BVI is in what she calls a critical position with some of the recommendations in the UK's published Law Enforcement Review report, and she believes the government does not have the leadership to address it. Premier Dr. The Honorable Natalie Wheatley says he categorically rejects some of the recommendations, but host of the radio program Speak Out, BVI Kishma Penn, is questioning what he intends to do about it, instead of what she calls just talking. Penn referred to some of the recommendations that speak about the closures of the airports and the ports in the sister islands that will damage the tourism product.
The sister islands rely on tourism, and if the sister islands them can no longer, especially Gun Creek and St. Thomas Bay and Dog Hole, if they can no longer process passengers, if they can no longer process people, that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a big problem. Beyond when I spoke about it at first, beyond tourism, here's the next thing. ANEGADA not running ferries every day. The ferry does run ANEGADA every other day. So imagine if that airport closed and a woman over there goes into labor through the night. And suppose she goes into labor on Tuesday, on Monday night. She have to stay all day Tuesday and all day Wednesday, all day, literally all day Tuesday and into Wednesday 4 morning to the next month till Wednesday morning to actually get on a ferry to be able to get to Tatola to get the medical care that she and her newborn baby would need. Because again, you close the airport. It ain't just that they close to international travel. It sounds like they plan to close them all together. Right now we in a state that we need a Mia Motley type leader. Somebody who can actually negotiate with the big dogs, them who not afraid and who not afraid to negotiate on our behalf. Am I of the belief that we have that? Absolutely not. Am I of the belief that we could possibly have that? Yeah, maybe in the next election we might get some new blood. But right now, I don't think we have the leadership that's necessary to begin this fight that we are actually in terms of preserving ourselves. Because imagine again, the premier, he reject that idea. Yeah, you reject it, but you dealing with big bad UK. Who is you? And how you gonna stop them when them decide we shutting off the tap and we turning off these things and we sending people to close down these ports because you're not listening to us the soft way. So we gonna deal with you the hard way.
Penn spoke about the disunity among the people within the territory, and she spoke and said this is hindering the process. According to her, Penn, persons are too busy arguing among themselves and cannot come together when the territory is being attacked by outsiders. She suggested putting a legal team together to fight this battle with the UK.
This particular time in our lives, we need real leadership. And in my opinion, we don't have it. We don't have it. We have a few good men, but we don't have it. Like right now, you're in a battle right now with an entity who's using legal terminologies against you, right? You have a lawyer. In your 13 men, there is one who is an actual lawyer, right? The smart thing to do would be to allow Myron to put a committee together to actually put a legal structured argument together between the Attorney General, and whomever other legal minds we got at our avail, put a legal argument together to answer back the UK based on the recommendations that we facing right now. Is that likely to happen? No, because we have a government that oftentimes operates from a place of ego. If there is a problem, we want to be the ones to fix it. We want to be the superhero cape to put it on. If it's not us spearheading the charge, we somehow feel that it's not leadership. Sometimes being a leader is understanding that this is not your area of expertise. But you have a man on the team who could do the job. So send the man to do the job so he could do an excellent job to make everybody look good. That's leadership. That's what leadership's supposed to look like. Do we have that? Nah. I guarantee you all Premier want to fix this problem by himself. He want me the one to come up with an argument by himself. He want to be the one to go to the meetings to negotiate this by himself. And if he's not doing it by himself, he's definitely leaning on, who we are being taught is the ambassador for the BVIEC. And I keep telling y'all we ain't an ambassador because we are not an actual recognized country in the UN. Therefore, we can't have ambassadors, but it is what it is. We just buy into the mediocrity around here about how things are actually going to be done. We don't have leaders. We don't have leaders right now. We in trouble.
Mrs. British Virgin Islands Globe 2024 and Women in Need, WIN BVI Ambassador Rhonda Victor Pinnock is rallying the community for an awareness event to close out Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month. On Wednesday, April 30th, during her reign in 2024, Victor Pinnock's platform was gender-based domestic violence. And as April is being observed as Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month, she's issuing a clarion call for the public to join her in this event as they raise awareness on Wednesday at 6 p.m. at the Tortola Pier Park at the Cyril B. Rumney Pier Park.
Now, the primary goal for this rally, so it's but it's child abuse prevention rally. The goal of it is to elevate awareness about child abuse and highlight the critical importance of prevention efforts within the community. Now, child abuse, whether it be physical, emotional, sexual, or abuse through neglect, it leaves a deep and lasting impact or scars on persons and sometimes the entire family and future generations. So we are inviting persons again to come out to rally as we raise awareness to this critical issue, to this grave issue that is affecting our community. So your presence, Virgin Islands, your presence matters. We are inviting persons to wear the color blue, as blue is the color for this month as we raise awareness for child prevention, and come with a ribbon also, a ribbon that is blue. And we're also inviting persons to bring along a candle. All right, bring along a candle for this rally that will be happening on Wednesday. So let us come shed light and bring life to persons who have been affected and raise our voices so that every child knows that we are for them, that we can build a future where each one of them grew up in a safe, supported, and a loved environment. Come together as a community now. In the past, we have come together on several collaborative efforts. We want to see you guys out. It's only going to last about an hour. 1 hour as we rally to raise awareness for this grave issue that is affecting many young lives in the Virgin Islands.
The event is also inspired by the story of Adriana Young, for which we spoke about earlier, an 11-year-old Guyanese girl who was reported missing and later found dead in a hotel pool in the country. Now, this has sparked widespread protests among residents who believes she was murdered. The Association of Guyanese in the BVI would also be a part of Wednesday's rally, which would also serve as a candlelight vigil for the life loss. Up next, we have much more on the regional scene, speaking of Adriana Young and much more. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes,
Good
Sonny.
morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must stop cut fun to people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man forget you.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top-Up Turn-Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top-Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. And panning across the region, an autopsy conducted by a team of international pathologists have determined that 11-year-old Adriana Young, whose body was found in a hotel swimming pool last week, died by drowning. According to the family's attorney, the forensic examination, which took place Monday amid tense scenes outside the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, found no evidence of violence or sexual assault on the child's body. Family attorney Darren Wade told reporters during an evening press conference. He said, and I quote, "Based on their findings, the doctors determined that she died by drowning." He continued by saying, they did a thorough examination. The autopsy was performed by 3 expert pathologists, including Dr. Glenn A. Rudner of Mount Sinai Hospital in New York and Dr. Shibuka Kara, Paul of Barbados, both appointed by the government. Now, Dr. Gary L. Collins, Chief Medical Examiner of the U.S. State of Delaware, was selected by Young's family to participate. Young's body was transported to Dr. Balwant Singh's hospital for a full body scan before the autopsy to detect any injuries that might be overlooked during the examination. The procedure, which was video recorded, began around 12:30 p.m. and concluded about 4.5 hours later. The pathologists could not determine whether the drowning occurred in the pool where she was found or elsewhere, according to Wade. They said, and I quote, "They were unable to determine that at this stage, whether it was tap water or pool water," he said, adding that the advanced state of decomposition prevented them from establishing the time of death. The attorney emphasized that while drowning was confirmed as the cause of death, the autopsy findings, and I quote, "do not rule out murder." As the autopsy was being conducted, family members, including Young's parents, Subrian Young and Amika Simon, gathered outside the hospital mortuary with supporters calling for justice. Police later fired tear gas and dispersed the crowd after some protesters began throwing bottles, climbing the hospital fence, and behaving what they called disorderly. Several individuals were reported injured. Now, a toxicology report is pending, and the pathologists are expected to issue a final report very soon. Trinidad and Tobago's voters have decisively ousted the ruling People's National Movement, electing Kamala PERSAD, the United National Congress, as the country's new prime minister. This marks a remarkable comeback for the 73-year-old leader who previously served as prime minister from 2010 to 2015 and remains the only woman ever to hold the office in the nation's history. In her victory speech to jubilant supporters on Monday night, PERSAD BISSESSAR pledged to fulfill the promises made during her campaign, stating, and I quote, "This victory is for the senior citizens to keep their pensions. This victory is for public servants to get their rightful salary increases. This victory," she said, "is to reopen the Children's Hospital. This victory is to once again give laptops to our children. This victory is to create over $50,000 worth of jobs. And so the victory is yours." The Tobago People's Party also achieved unprecedented success, with preliminary figures indicating that at least one PMP incumbent was out. This development marks the first time since 2013 that 3 political parties will be represented in the House of Representatives following Jack Warner's Independent Liberal Party's victory within the West. Viewers, that is it for today's News Roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at Tweet4Media and Tweet4BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. In addition, follow us on our WhatsApp channel for daily updates. I'm Ron Grant. Do have a safe and enjoyable evening. A happy Tuesday. Goodbye.